What's up, guys? Welcome back. Man, I've got an episode for you today. Why? Because I've had a fantastic day. Fan-frickin-tastic. And I hope you have too. So why have I had such a fantastic day? Because I hit a milestone in my life. A big one. At least, I think so. And also, since I hit a milestone, we're going to be talking about a milestone. Because we're going to be talking about Armaf's Club de Nuit Milestone. Yeah, I think my milestone might be a little bit more epic, but that's just me. So if y'all want to find out why my day was so fantastic and hear a little bit about this big guy, then stay tuned. Cue that intro. Yeah. That's my dance. That's how I pull in the ladies. Welcome back, fragrance family, to another episode of My Two Cents, the show all about boosting your confidence through the art of fragrance and becoming a lasting scent memory. My name is Brian, and today has been a fantastic day, and I'm excited to tell you why. The reason being is because yesterday I hit 100 subscribers. So my fantastic day is all because of you guys, and I'm so thankful for all of you who have shown me some love and support and adding me to your fragrance family. I'm so blessed and so thankful. I know it's not a very big step. You're like, woohoo, 100 subscribers. But to me, it's huge. Why? I started this show, I believe it was March 28th, so a little over a month ago. So this is all because of you guys, and thank you. So this show, every single show is for you. That's for me, yeah, I get the gratification out of doing this, but I'm just thankful that you guys are you're liking what I'm throwing out there. So again, thank you guys. And for those of you who are new to this show and want to learn how to boost your confidence through the art of fragrance, or just enjoy talking about all things fragrance related, then do me a quick favor. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell, throw me up one of these, and drop me some comments down below. I really want to get to know y'all. So again, thank you. And now it's time to talk about some fragrance. So let's get into the whiffs and sniffs. So Club de Nuit Milestone. What do I have to say? Well, let's talk about Armaf real quick. Armaf is a love and hate relationship with most people out there. And for myself, because Armaf is a Middle Eastern brand that I don't know what to consider them. Niche? They're not niche, they're not designer, so they're a clone house. They do a lot of inspired buys, or I don't even think they're just inspired buys, they're just straight rip-offs. They're dupes, they're clones, whatever you want to call them. And some of them are really good. Très Nuit smells almost spot on to Creed's Green Iris Tweed. Then you have the infamous Club de Nuit Intense Man, which is, man, probably the closest that I've smelled to Creed's Apprentice. Yeah, the opening, it's very, lemon cleaner-esque, but it's, this bad guy will last all day and projects like a mofo. I mean, and it's a weapon. But we're here to talk about this one, Milestone. Now, Milestone is a dupe or inspired by whatever clone, whatever you want to call it, of Creed's Millesime Imperial. I don't own Creed's Millesime Imperial anymore. I used to. I used to have an older batch. I think it was a 2005 batch. And I loved it so much, and I wore the crap out of it. And I think it was 2 years ago that I finally finished it off. And I had it for quite some time. And I paid full retail for it back then, which was only like, I think it was $300 for a 100 ml. Somewhere around that range. I don't remember. They've gone up and fluctuated prices so often that I don't really know anymore. I never repurchased it. And because of this, I'm not going to. And it's not because Creed's Millesime Imperial isn't fantastic, because it is. I hear it doesn't last as long anymore, because the batch that I used to have, yeah, it's still, I got a good 6 to 8 hours out of it. But I am glad that the weather is warmed up, and I'm finally started to get to wear this again. Because Armaf's Milestone, this gold obnoxious bottle that is a fingerprint magnet and also a weapon of mass destruction, lasts all day. I wore it today to work, and all of my coworkers were just like, man, what are you wearing, dude? I mean, it's still just pumping off of you. And I was like, well, I hit a milestone yesterday, guys. I hit 100 subscribers. Thank you again. So I decided to wear Milestone. And they were like, man, it smells almost like watermelon. As we all know, Creed's Millesime Imperial had the same effect. So let's go over the notes real quick. I'm going to throw up Creed's Millesime Imperial over here, and I'm going to throw up Milestone right over here. Now, as you can see, the note breakdown is quite different. Over here, you got fruit notes with salt, then you're going to have iris, and then the base notes. Over here, you're going to have red berries, which I don't know how, I don't really get the berries out of it. Of course, sea salt or ozonic notes. Then you're going to have, instead of iris, you're going to have violet. And then in the base, you're going to have musk and our good friend ambroxan. So that's how they do it. That's how they get it to last for freaking ever. And let me tell you what. I haven't been able to compare these two together, but from what I can remember, I can't tell a difference between this and Millesime Imperial. Now the opening on this is a little harsh. Not as natural as Millesime Imperial, but this smells 95+% to Creed's Millesime Imperial. This I paid $40 for 120 ml. I think it's 120 ml. It's a big one. I mean, this thing's huge. Versus how much Creed's Millesime Imperial, which is $415 at retail, though you can find it at discounters. And I'm going to leave in the description below where you can find those. And this. But man, I can't go back. George over at the Fragrance Apprentice, which if you haven't checked him out, please do. He's amazing. I'm going to leave a link in the description below on his video of how he talks about Creed's Millesime Imperial versus Milestone, because it blew my mind, because he was right in everything he said. This is what Creed's Millesime Imperial was like back in 1995 when it first came out. Does it smell synthetic? Not really. Up front, as soon as you spray it, yes. As it dries down, no. You still get that salted watermelon. The violet doesn't have too much of that petrol feeling to it, that petrol harshness, which I actually enjoy. But you get a little bit. You can definitely smell the violet in it. It's not a huge component, but the red berries, I don't know how they did it, but that with the citrus created this salted watermelon feel. This is the memory that Creed's Millesime Imperial gave to me. It reminds me of the very first time when I was probably like 6 or 7 years old, biting into my very first slice of watermelon. And my mom always used to put salt on it. And I loved it. I loved it. I love that memory. This right here, as soon as I put my nose on it, because I blind bought it, did the exact same thing. I get 12 hours out of this. In fact, I haven't had to respray it all day. Is it still projecting as heavy as it was before? No. But I like this. I like it a lot. And say what you will about Armaf. Their bottles are atrocious. Most of their fragrances are the same. But Club de Nuit Intense Man, Milestone, Très Nuit, I have not tried Sillage because I still have a bottle of Silver Mountain water. I love that, which is a dupe of Silver Mountain water. but I need to get my nose on it. And I definitely think you need to get your nose on this. Blind buy? Yeah, I would say do it. Because, I mean, if you can find a decant of this, get it. But if not, it's worth the 40 bucks. Or I'm sure you can find it for less. Again, leave in the description below. My rating on this, 8 out of 10. I'd give Millesime Imperial the same. I also heard Sean John's Unforgivable, Unforgiven, Unforgivable, whatever it is. I heard that smells a lot like it too. I haven't put my nose on it. Yeah. I achieved a milestone, so decided to wear Milestone. Just seemed fitting. So that's my episode, guys. Definitely get your nose on Armaf's Club de Nuit Milestone. That is a mouthful. I think it's actually Club de Nuit Man Milestone, but whatever. Totally worth it. Totally worth the price. And say what you will about clones. If you can't afford Creed's Millisime Imperial, then get you the next best thing at a fraction of the cost. Because it's all about you smelling great. What makes you feel good, what boosts your confidence, what boasts your personality, and just makes you feel amazing. So, thank you again, guys. And remember, you're stinking beautiful. Until next time, happy scent trails.